Hey friends, welcome back to Vincent Gigi's Super Channel G, and look how incredible this Build-A-Figure set looks from, of course, the Avengers Gamerverse action figures, the Marvel Legends. They look absolutely gorgeous, they look incredible, and I can't wait to show you just how incredible they all look. So before we get started, guys, if you've not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you get notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where in the world you're watching from. And yeah, talk to us in the comments below. So guys, what do you say we go ahead and get started right now?
What is up, Vincent Gigi?
Vincent Gigi, Super Channel G.
Super Channel G.
Gigi.
Vincent Gigi from Super Channel G.
Super Channel G.
Vincent Gigi on Super Channel G.
So tight. Don't stop doing what you're doing.
Congratulations on all your success.
Congratulations on everything.
I will see you on the TV on
Super Channel G.
God, is this great?
Alright friends, welcome back to Vincent Gigi's Super Channel G, and let's take a look at just who is in this incredible set. Well, first of all, we have Captain America, we have Iron Man, Ms. Marvel, Marvel, Marvel's Mach 1, Marvel's Rage, and we have Marvel's Leader. And don't they all look absolutely incredible? We're going to set these aside. We're going to go ahead and get started. What do you say to that? And let's go in order, because let me tell you, if you take a look at the back right here, this order would be absolutely outstanding. Two of our favorite Avengers of all time ever, and will always be. And look at this really cool Ms. Marvel, and then of course Marvel, Captain Marvel, and then it goes on with other comic book figures here. And so let's take a deeper look at this Captain America, and look at this awesome white box. I always love when they do the white boxes. Look at the sides right here, and all the first three are gonna have the exact same side artwork, and this is from, of course, Marvel's Gamerverse, from the game that's still upcoming. And look at these great Marvel characters right here. It's the same thing, but mirror image over here. But we have Thor, we have Iron Man, Black Widow, Hulk, Ms. Marvel, and Captain America, and that looks absolutely amazing, right? So look how cool it looks from inside the package, and I love that Gamerverse logo and this Avengers logo. Look at that A. So man, look how great Abomination looks. And this specific Captain America does not come with a Build-A-Figure piece. This is the leader, the lead box. And then we have the other 6 that all come with Build-A-Figure piece right here. So that looks absolutely gorgeous right there. And let's take a look to see what it says back here. Look at this awesome artwork. Let's see what it says for Captain America. He's got this tactical suit on. It says, Captain America, injected with an experimental super soldier serum, Steve Rogers has the peak potential of strength, endurance, and dexterity. Yeah, absolutely. Look how absolutely wonderful that looks. And let's get them open. Let's see what we got. Where did I? There we are. Okay. Let's get this box open. There we are. And let's make sure we don't tear the box. And look at this beautiful Avengers logo in there. Look at that. Those hexagons. Okay. Let's get them on out. We only have one accessory, and that's a shield. Look, there's a piece of paint coming off right here. And let's pop him on out. So there we are. Let's get that going right there. And let's take a closer look. Let's get on way closer on in here. So let's see his face and head sculpt. There's a lot of paint bleed right here where the mask meets the face. I will say that. Look at that. I love the way it has like little wings right here, but silver right here on the side. And it's got a great sculpt. Look at this helmet. I don't know if this is supposed to be hair or not, or it's just supposed to be cushion, but it looks like it's a hair sculpt, even though it's blue. See that? So, not sure, but it definitely looks like it would be a hair sculpt. And I like the gray right here for the chin guard. Look at his armor right here. Looks really cool. Alright, let's see. He's got a pretty good ab crunch right here. Turns right here at the waist. Let's see how the arms move. They click as they turn. Nice and tight right there. See how far back they move. Well, they can only move so far back because it hits right here. And this one actually moves up a little bit more. It turns just above the bicep right there. And let's see, it looks like we got 2 joints for the elbow, which is good, but it only comes in just barely past 90-degree angle. Look at the paint right there. I like that red. And it looks like we have a lot of paint bleed on the hand. Let's take a look at that, which is kind of, that hand looks a little rushed, doesn't it? Okay, this hand looks a little better, but still kind of rushed looking. But nonetheless, look at this defensive gear he's got going on right there. The wrist move back and forth and around, so that's good. I love his little utility tactical belt right there. Look at that. And look at his armor again. It looks like we can put his shield here. We've talked about this in the past. Look at that. That's something outstanding that I wish all the Captain America figures had. Look at that. Well, we haven't even looked at the shield, but we'll get right to that in just a moment. Let's see, what about the legs? Luckily, the legs do come to almost a complete 90-degree angle. Almost. Oh, look, this leg looks a little looser than I would like. All right, let's see. We turn on the high part of the thigh. We've got double joints of the knees. Look at those knee pads going on right there. It looks like both knees do the same. And even though this is loose, it does click into place well. Turns in the upper part of the thigh. We can get some pretty dynamic poses for this Captain America. And he does turn right here at the top of his boot, which would be typically that shin joint. I'm sure you've been watching this channel long enough to know that I'm not a big fan of that shin joint. I'd rather just super glue that down because it makes for an awkward pose. But we definitely have, ooh, I almost pinched my finger right in there, so be careful with that. Look at that. And then we got good pivot right here on the boots. And let's take a closer look at these boots. Again, watch your thumb right here. Look, it's gonna get pinched. Okay. It's got a great sculpt for the boots. Look at that. Look at the pants, the guards, his cargo pants, and I like the blue and the red. Silver star right here. Let's take a closer look at that star. Looks pretty good. Look at that, and he's got like a zipper right here. So we can pull down. Let's see. The head goes not very far back. Oh, you know what? It goes a little further back than I thought because of the joint. And it's not that it just went like that, but it actually like pushes back. And it comes pretty far forward. I'm actually surprised there because I thought it wasn't going to be. It does tilt a little bit and turns really well side to side. Let's take a look at the shield. Shield looks great. I love that silver. The smooth finish. And then of course, we can have this in more ways than one. We can have it right here on his wrist. Look at this. Or we can do this and put it on his back. That looks awesome. Or of course we can have him hold this right here. Just one more thing we can have him do. Look at that. So let's get Captain America standing with a simple, strong pose. Look at that. Just something simple and strong. Doesn't that look absolutely incredible? I certainly think so. So there we go. All right. Here you are, Cap. Let's put you right on over here. See how that looks. And that looks great. Yeah, what do you guys say? All right, awesome. Let's move on to our next action figure. Which, this is actually my favorite character out of this whole set is Iron Man, and you guys know that Iron Man is also my favorite MCU character. And I know that this is from the Gamerverse, but doesn't that look like an absolutely amazing suit right there? Look at that. Again, same packaging as the Captain America one, for the sides at least, and the front. Beautiful packaging, look at that. And mirror image on both sides, and look how awesome this Iron Man looks right here. Again, everyone in the set. The Build-A-Figure of Abomination. And Iron Man is #1. It comes with a left leg. So check that out. Okay. So, Abomination Build-A-Figure. Let's see what it says here for Iron Man. It says, Iron Man. Tony Stark developed his cutting-edge Iron Man armor and helped found the Avengers to protect the world against catastrophic threats. Absolutely. Let's get this bad boy open. There we are. Simple enough. It seems like, look, it's getting a little more stuck there than I would like, and I definitely don't want to tear that part off. Okay, slide them on out. Beautiful packaging inside and out. And let's take a look at this Abomination leg, and then we'll set it aside. But man, look at that. Look at those toes. Look at that Jurassic Park toenail right there. But look at this great. Wow, this is a super smooth pivot. I just don't know if it'll hold, because look, looks like it's a little soft on that. But anyway, I'm excited to take a look at what this Abomination one look like, and I'll set that aside for now. Let's take a look at this Iron Man. This just flew right on out. Take this glass out. And I can already tell you, I'm glad it comes with 2 sets of hands, because I'm going to be all over wanting to have, both hands open. But it comes with these, so you can see. And the fist, of course, has the closed repulsor. And the open hand has, so you can put the blaster in there. This part right here. Alright, cool. Let me set this back over here. Okay. Let's get closer to here again. Let's put this hand right on in here till it clicks. There we are. Simple. And I already see something I like. But we'll definitely gonna love this action figure. Okay, so let's take a look at this head sculpt. I took a picture real quick, and I like that blue right there. And man, this looks like a great head sculpt. Looks like we have a little bit of plastic coming off right here. Probably take that off with a scalpel instead of this big clunky knife, but we'll mess with that later. Okay, see, the head moves pretty decent forward and pretty decent backwards. I would like it to move all the way back so I can show him flying like in the comics, but that's not gonna happen. Let's see if this neck moves. This neck does not move, but this joint will move his head back and forth like that. So that's cool. You can tilt a little bit and you can turn really well. Alright, so the shoulders go all the way around. Let's see how far back they go. They go not too far back actually, which is unfortunate. So I'd like them to move further back. It's this piece right here that restricts it. And it also restricts the turning of the arm. Look at this. Ooh, okay. It looks like if we force it well enough, it will go. I'm assuming this paint smudge is supposed to be wear and tear on his suit, and if not, we're gonna play it off as if it is. Let's see, you can turn this and push it on there. Okay, good. Just takes a little bit of effort. Okay, and then arms a little looser than I would have hoped, and we got double joints right here on the elbows. A little bit of paint bleed right here, or chipped paint, I should say. Paint bleed there. I like this arc reactor right here. And then of course we got double joints right here at this elbow. There we go. It's like this joint is hard to turn. So you can see that the wrists do go around and they go back and forth. And what I was saying earlier that I really liked is you can see, even because there's like a little ball right here on the wrist, that means that this wrist is going to be able to come back far. Look at that. That's something you don't normally see on Marvel Legends Iron Man. But you also don't always see the arm being able to come all the way straight. And this one isn't either, because look, as soon as I let it go, straight would be it coming like this. Like this, and this is as far as it'll go right here. So I don't want to break it, but you get to see how much force I'm putting so it'll come down. Okay, so we have a pretty good ab crunch right here. Doesn't come too far forward, but moves pretty far back. You can turn right here at the waist, which is awesome. Let's see. Okay. You know, pretty good knee mobility here. Because it doesn't, again, Iron Man doesn't need to be Spider-Man. Oh, it's not turning here, and I don't want to crack the hip. And this is really tight right here in the high part of the thigh. Let me see if I can. There we go. You heard that click to loosen it up. And then the ankles move, you know, decent amount forward and back, and then they pivot a little bit. Look at that. So let's take a moment to kind of look at the sculpt. I am digging the sculpt. Look at that. Like the gold, like this touch of gunmetal gray. Again, even though there is paint chips that, look at this, but overall I'm very excited with this action figure. And let's see how this will look when we put these in here. Look at that. Overall, this is a great action figure. I just regret that we can't put the arms can't put them completely straight. So that's unfortunate. But we can definitely still have them with great poses. And this one is way different than what was it, the Mark 46 we did, where we couldn't bend the knee very far forward. So that's pretty awesome. Look at that. Very cool. So let me stand him up and get him into a pose real quick. Let's see. Okay, cool. And I think the theme of posing these figures in this set is going to be a strong power stance. Look at that. So his legs spread. He's well balanced on the ground. He's about to blast. So that looks absolutely great. Look at that. Cool. Let's set him on over here. It's blocking his face, so let me turn him this way. There we are. Look at that. Very, very cool. Alright guys, let's move on to our next action figure in this set. What do you say? Great. And that next figure is Ms. Marvel. And look how outstanding this package looks. Looks how outstanding she looks. Now, very similar, if not the exact same action figure from before. And you know what, if I can go get that, I'll compare it right here. But again, here's a beautiful artwork. There's Thor, Iron Man, Black Widow, Hulk, Ms. Marvel, and Captain America. Beautiful package. And she comes with piece number 2 in the set, which is the chest and the back, so this torso. Look at that. And look at this beautiful artwork right here. So Ms. Marvel, let's read what it says back here. And it says, Ms. Marvel, whip smart with an optimistic personality, Kamala Khan is determined to combat injustice wherever she finds it. And yep, let's get it open. Let's get this box right on open. There we are. Oh, look, just like I said, here I am starting to tear it. So I'm gonna be watch this. Push should have done in the first place when the other two almost tore. But in case you're wondering what I meant by that, it's a beautiful package. I keep admiring this beautiful A for the Avengers symbol. And let me get the other box real quick so you can see. And it's from the Marvel's Sandman Build-A-Figure set, and from 2016, I believe. But you're gonna see, it looks like it might be the exact same sculpt. The legs are a little different. So if not exact same, pretty similar. And look at the boots. This one has way cooler boots. Alright, so let's get her out. And then of course, there we are. Is it even the same fist and open hand? Certainly looks like it. Certainly. Alright, let's get this. Wow. Look how huge this Abomination torso is. This is just like a big plate that just goes on the front. Look at that. Look at these shoulders. And that's like a butterfly joint. That's awesome. That's really awesome, actually. This would go here. But before I do that, let's set it aside so we can take a closer look at it. And look how these are soft, actually. Okay, set that aside right over there. And let's zoom on in. Push her out and back. And let's take a look at the extra arms we have. Now mind you, it's only from the elbow forward. So that's the only part I'm like really disappointed on, is it's basically a repaint of the other figure. We can compare that in just a moment, even closer, but yeah, let's take a look at this face sculpt, which the face sculpt looks great. Interesting how that like dot matrix print doesn't look as sharp from up close as it does from far away. The blue is great. We have some paint bleed right here on the nose and the cheek. Lips look good. Overall, I'm very satisfied with this head sculpt. The arms move completely all the way back. Look at that. We got a single joint on the elbow, which is traditional with a female figure. So the arm only comes up to about 90 degrees, maybe a little bit more. Turns right here, right at about the rib cage, and that's where we have the pivot, the tilt, and the turn, and the ab crunch. And then let's see, this is soft plastic right here for her outfit, and then red leggings. So as far as the joint, we can still have great mobility here. Turns in the high part of the thigh. There's double joints for the legs and the knee right here. I will say this feels like it's getting looser than I would like it to be. Look at that, but we can definitely pose really well. But this does feel, look at this, loose and soft. Turns right here in the high part of the shin, and we can point and flex these boots. Now the sculpt and the look of the boots are phenomenal. Look at that. That slight wrinkle. That looks absolutely outstanding. Look at what she has right here on her neck. That looks awesome. And it looks like you can probably, let me see, can it come off? No, it can't. You have to pop off the head for that to come off. You know what? Didn't even notice how far back and forward the head goes. It goes pretty far back forward. The hair is soft-ish, so you can still move the head around. Look at that. But since it hits here, you gotta go like that to open it up. Otherwise, her head starts to tilt in. Okay. We have two fists here, which I wish she didn't have two fists only. But what are you gonna do about that? Oop. Knock the camera forward. And then all we gotta do is this. Twist and pull. And we can replace the arms here. Look at that. So there we are. Twist and pull. And there we are. So I wish there was more that they had than just that, but it's definitely better than the Mr. Fantastic we just had, that only the fingers were going forward and none of the rest of the arm. So I can live with this. Now that being said, the wrist doesn't turn on either one of them, so that's a little funky. And you know what? I think I noticed that on the last one. So I guess we can give her a stronger stance here. Again, not a fan of this part of the boat moving, because you'll end up with a funky leg going in the wrong direction. There we are. And then, are these the arms that we want to keep on here? Yeah, why not? Okay, cool. So let me just stand her up here for a moment. And let me just pull that other one out real quick. Give a quick little bonus comparison. You can see the colors already way different, but you can't tell me that's not almost the identical plastic print, right? It even moves right there, like they just popped boots on where that was, because it looks like it turns there too. The gold trim, everything is a little bit duller because this is a brighter red, brighter gold, brighter, deeper blue. But it definitely looks like everything's the same sculpt except the boots. So cool. Put that aside, and let's go ahead and leave her like that, and put her right on over here. Doesn't that look awesome? Get closer real quick. Very cool. All right. Let's move on to our next Marvel Legend. What do you say to that? Great. Okay, awesome. And the next one we have in this set is Mar-Vell, which would be Captain Marvel, the guy version, right? So in the first one, to be quite honest, and yep, that's why the outfit also looks very similar to the movie. So let's take a look, see what this says. Beautiful packaging. This one, compared to the other ones, obviously is a different box completely, because it's a black box versus the white box. And this is where we start going into the comic book figures versus the Gamerverse. Let's see what it says back here. This is a beautiful artwork right here, and I love where the stars look and where the rays are shooting out. He comes with number 3, which is the left arm of Abomination. Look at that. And let's see what it says. It says, Mar-Vell. The powers of flight, superhuman strength, and stamina make Mar-Vell a celebrated warrior. Absolutely. So, since I've said it enough about not tearing the box, let's just go ahead and slide this in and then just turn it. Look at that. Simple. Not cut any corners. And look, they already have them as this leaning stance right there. Cool. Alright, let's get this Abomination arm out. And look how huge this arm is. As big as he is. Great. And you know what? I definitely gotta say, well, unfortunately there's no accessories here. But I was gonna say that this is a great looking action figure. And you know what? I am overall liking the sculpt. Oh, his head is definitely loose. Look at that. See how far forward it comes. It comes pretty far forward. And then does this. Cool. And moves pretty far backward. Overall, I do like the hair sculpt. Wow, I like how it's flowy and it's got a little bit of wash color on there, so it's not just one solid color. The paint overall looks good. I like the metallic look. It's not a sharp line right here, because you see like where it's a little bit of that tan, light tan and blue kind of merging. But I love the metallic blue on there. And I kind of wish this was a metallic red, but the metallic blue looks awesome. And I like the gold right here. And I wish these were glued on there, which is something I guess we can do. But otherwise, that does look good. And this is a pretty straightforward, simple sculpt of. We've seen this body sculpt quite a few times over the years, so there's not a whole lot different other than the paint application right here. Let's see. This is not a solid yellow right here because of where it comes across. We have some paint chipping, what looks like right here. But otherwise, I am pretty satisfied with this action figure. I'm not happy that we have 2 closed fists and no accessories like hands or swappable head or some sort of blast. And but otherwise, I love the blue. And overall, still a pretty good execution. Let's see, am I gonna be able to push this arm down? And the shoulder's coming out there, but the arm's kind of sticking out in an odd way because it looks like this arm is like this. But alright, so let me mess with this because I want this arm to be able to come down. So they spin around without clicking pretty well. They turn on the high part of the bicep. We have double joints right here at the elbow. That's awesome. This arm is moving a whole lot easier than I would have liked. And we have different shades of red right there. I don't like how loose it is, look at that. But it still stays, so I will say that. The shoulder, push in here as you turn it, because see how it's lifting? You don't want it to crack off. There we go. So I'm gonna push it in as I pull this part out. Ugh. And it's not really, it is moving. Not, there we go. I was like, not as much as I would like. And this one, I don't want to crack it off right here at the where the bicep is, because this part will crack off. So I'm like, okay. The shoulder does not cooperate as much as I would like it to. There we go. There we go. Ugh, but then it's hard to put back. So, and this kind of goes for both of them. There we go. Okay. So, here we are. It's Marvel, so he's not going to be crouching down and so on. He's also going to have a very strong, solid stance. It's the wrists do turn all the way around, and they flex back and forth. And we had him kind of leaning forward, right? Look at that. So we can definitely do that. It's kind of assaulting forward a little bit. So slightly when we got him out of the package, right? Look at that. Let's lean him forward a little bit, and then, you know what? I don't think I look at his ab crunch, which he can actually crunch pretty well, and he turns right here at the waist. But there we are, and let's get him a better pose. Look at that. Bring his elbow up. Very cool. Alright. Let me give him just the final turn right there. And there we go. Let's set him up. Oop. There we go. You know what? Let me turn him just a little bit. Give me a second. Okay, cool. I just turned him for a second to make his stance just a little bit stronger. Let's bring his arms down, like, since he has 2 fists, going like that. Let's turn his leg. Ugh. What? I hadn't even turned it. Unless I got some glue right here, actually. You see how that's like glossy? Okay, cool. There we are. There with a true power stance. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Yes. Let's move on. And now with 3 more in this set and then the Build-A-Figure, we have Marvel's Mach 1. Let's move up here. take a closer look. Look at this beautiful package. Again, this is another one of the black boxes, traditional as far as the newer version, right? And we have almost a mirror image for this package. Oh, I guess, okay, never mind, it's not a mirror image. It's the same image twice. And then we have another picture right here. This is actually great artwork right there. He comes with number 4, which is the head of Abomination. And so I love this artwork, beautiful. And I love the way the light kind of glares off that. So it says, Marvel's Mach 1. Abner Jenkins suits up in his mobile armored cyber harness as Mach 1. So it doesn't look like he has any accessories, but definitely looks super cool. Let's get this open right here. Again, I'm through trying to accidentally tear the box, so do that. Loosen that out. And wow, this one's actually taped here. And he has no... it's cool how little blast rays right there. But let's pop them on out. Let's see if he's top heavy or if those are light. So first, let's look at this Abomination head. These are soft. We'll take a closer look in a moment. Hopefully he's not cross-eyed. No, it's pretty good. Oh no. I was like, did I break his tooth? Because it was so soft and it came forward. I was like, oh no, I broke it. Look, but it's just that soft. I was like, I thought it just plopped off. Okay, good. I was like, I ruined it. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at this guy. And let's come closer down here. Instead of zooming, let's just move closer. So I'm really liking this head sculpt. Look at that. Definitely not a traditional one. Let's make sure we're in focus here. There we go. There we go. And so we have this piece right here. Look how cool this head sculpt looks. It goes really far down forward and pretty good back. I wonder. No, I was like, does this come off? It's attached. So I'm sure it is 2 pieces, but it looks like it's glued there. So I'm not gonna bother trying to take it off. Look at the wings. I love that blue. I love the sculpt. They are softer than I thought they were gonna be. I thought they were gonna be really like stiff. Okay. We have these soft plastic like shoulder pads that are armor to protect right here, and because they're so soft they don't restrict the movement really at all. It's like the shoulder comes up to about there and moves around pretty well. We'll say that we have 2 tones of blue. Look at this. And I'm sorry, I keep going out of focus for some reason. There we go. Look at the sculpt. Love that. Wow, isn't this interesting? Look at this. The weapons. Very interesting, alright? So the wrists go back and forth. Again, we have no accessories on this one. Look at this symbol right here. We have double joints right here at the elbows, so we can come into almost a 45-degree angle. Wrists go back and forth and around. And it moves that just above the bicep. Does it do an ab crunch? It does. Look at that. It turns right here at the waist. This belt. Not a huge fan of that belt. It's kind of like a He-Man belt with a whole bunch more bubbles. Let's see, the leg moves pretty decent forward. This blue is gorgeous. Gorgeous blue. The sculpt's pretty interesting, actually. Let's see. Again. Well, that didn't move at all. And this one did. It clicked. This one's not. So I'm going to apply pressure right here. Last thing I want to do is break this hip joint, and then he's done. So let me apply pressure so this part doesn't have to move. There we go. See? You need to apply pressure here or it'll crack that inside hip joint. Okay. Let's see. Double joints right here at the knees. There we go. And so that loosened it a little more than I would have liked. But nonetheless, we've got great articulation there. We've got outstanding articulation on the feet and on the ankles. Look at this sculpt. Ah! How come I'm not able to move this ankle? There we go. Heard that click? Oh, it doesn't want to come back forward again. But let's look at the sculpt one more time. Doesn't come with any accessories, so that part's unfortunate, but overall it's cool. Some parts are looser than I would have liked, like these bottom parts of these legs. Look. But either way, I'm pretty confident he'll stand pretty well. So let's move on up. Let's see. See if we can have him blasting. Well, I was going to, but it looks a little awkward. Because if I turn the arm now, it's on the outside. Let's see. And what we really want to do is have it up on top. Look. But it looks like I might not be able to do that. And it still look cool. Because I can do this, but then I got to turn the arms in. So it doesn't look as natural as you would like. It looks like he's more of a walking zombie. So let's see what we can do instead. And you know what? And if I have the stand, I'm gonna put him on the stand, but let me see. Okay, I ran into a couple of challenges. His legs are kind of an awkward shape and they kind of bow out, and then with the fact that it's slightly loose in the bottom part, it isn't steady as well as I would like it to, because there is a little bit of this pack throwing him off balance, and his hands, because they look like they're supposed to be holding something, look kind of awkward to pose in any way that's kind of like this, because we don't normally stand just with open like this. So instead, giving him some sort of weapon, anything, I think that could have been very helpful. But in any event, we're gonna have him a very simple basic pose, because also it's difficult to get his ankle down just right. So he's probably not gonna have the coolest pose, but we can have him on a dynamic action figure stand. But either way, overall he looks very cool. Awesome. Let's move on. And now with 2 of these Marvel Legends left and the Build-A-Figure, we're up to Marvel's Rage. And again, continuing the tradition with, looks like no accessories, but we do have Abomination's right arm. Look at this, 5, 5, and this is the one we have left. So beautiful artwork. Look at this. Man, look at that glove. Beautiful artwork, and I'm sure it's probably a mirror image right here. But he looks great so far. And here's everybody in the set. And let's read what it says back here. Doesn't it look awesome? It says, Marvel's Rage. Accidental exposure to toxic chemicals as a young man gave Elvin Halliday superhuman powers. So very simple right up on the back. But let's get him open. There. Oops. Almost did it again. There we go. Slide him on out. And here's Abomination's arm. Look at that. This long nail. And look how it's almost as tall as he is. Let's push him out. Perfect. You set this box aside. And let's move on in closer. Look at this gorgeous head sculpt. Look at that. I'm loving this yellow. I like the way he's gnashing his teeth together. There's a little bit of paint bleed from the gums to the teeth. So that's a little unfortunate, but overall still looks good. like the way the eyes look. They may be pointed a little bit too far out in opposite directions. So, but overall looks really cool. Making sure I didn't have a smidge of yellow right there on the tip of his nose. So there might be. Okay. Cool jacket. Love how he's got this leather biker type jacket going on with a little bit of yellow trim. But it's got a great sculpt. Looks like it's almost like leather cloth, even though it's just plastic. Look at that. I'm digging his spikes right here. And his biker type gloves. All that looks awesome. Got a great sculpt. He's even got a manly hairy chest. Look at that. Let's see his arms. They move pretty well. They click. And they click as they turn. Look at that. And so this jacket is removable. You have to just pop the arm right off, but you could remove it if you wanted. The head moves really far forward and pretty far back, actually. Look at that. Tilts and pivots a little bit. And turns really well. It would turn all the way around if you tried, but there's no need for us to do that. The legs come up pretty well. It's got great hip articulation. Turns the high part of the thigh. Look at this. Big chunky knee joints, and because of that the legs don't go much further than that, but I like these biker boots right here. They're cool. Awfully shiny. Look, I'm not a huge fan that this knee's a little loose side to side, but hopefully we can still get him to stand well. Let's see, the ankles move really well. Look at that. Let's see what this says. I can get it in focus. Oh, Hasbro 2020. It looks great. Look at that. Great sculpt. Again, would have been nice to have some accessory. And how many of our figures have like just two fists, right? That's already Ms. Marvel, Marvel, and then not two fists but two like open hands for accessories with no accessories, and then we have two fists. So we have kind of a similar tradition here with this set. So let me get him to a good stance, or at least something that we can definitely live with. Let's have him looking to act tough. It turns right here. I don't know if I mentioned, turns right here at the waist, and he can ab crunch pretty decent. I forgot to say, this sculpt, it has the legs like this. Look how far the hips are apart. If you try to bring the legs in, it looks kind of awkward. So just keep that in mind. And then remember how I told it's loose here? That is presenting a little bit of trouble as I'm looking to get him to stand. Look at that. So the fists like that, there's not a whole lot of stances we can do unless he's like punching somebody. But there we go. You can be intimidating someone. Let's put him right on over here. So that'll work great. Look at that. Awesome, right? Look at that. Very cool. And we have our Build-A-Figure pieces over here. And we have our last action figure, which is Marvel's Leader. So, yep, let's move right on over to Marvel's Leader. And interesting, do you see any accessories? No! Look at this beautiful artwork right there. Look at that veiny head. And look at his plotting. He looks like a green mastermind, right? Very similar to the movie. Of course, this one first, but that's what this is reminiscent of. So I love this color burst in the back. And he comes with number 6, which is the right leg of Abomination. So, Marvel's Leader. Gamma radiation turned Samuel Stearns into the hyper-intelligent menace, the Leader. So I don't know if you remember, but in Incredible Hulk, the one from the MCU with Edward Norton, some of that was dripping on the scientist, and boom, you saw his head start growing, and it's like, ooh, that left it open to have the leader because of like gamma radiation and so on. But they never really did anything with that, and I don't think they'll ever go back to that. So just throwing that out there. But there's your quick little Easter egg from that movie. Let's get them out. Let's take a look. Very cool. So here's the other leg. Pop that out. And again with the Jurassic Park toenail. Very cool. Look how massive this is looking over here. Let's get the leader out. I will say, for this set, I am disappointed that there's little to no accessories. So that's unfortunate because that's one of our favorite things to get in Marvel Legends. It makes it worthwhile. The other part is a Build-A-Figure piece. Especially because, you know, these figures look cool, but I probably wouldn't have gotten them if it weren't for the Build-A-Figure that we have here. But nonetheless, I do like this complete set and expands our Marvel universe. So because of that, I definitely do love that. But look at this. Super awesome, right? This isn't attached. This is soft plastic. Neither is this. And see, we got a pretty good ab crunch here. Turns right here at the waist. The arms click as they go around. And then moves pretty far back. Look at that. The head tilts a little bit. Turns side to side. Moves pretty far down, pretty far back. Look at that. So it turns to the upper part of the bicep. We've seen this body sculpt pretty common. So what is this, like on the Spider-Man, for example? So I think this may be the black suit Spider-Man action figure body, because you see definitely have great articulation here. So it's a very simple paint job. Very simple paint job. It's got this yellow and this orange. And that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot to this action figure other than the standard sculpt. And you know what? Let me see if I can get if I have available a leader action figure from Toy Biz, actually. So let me take a look. Let me see what I can find real quick. Put this down right here and bring this a little up higher. Give me a second. And guess what, friends? I did find it. Let me see if I can move us higher and then show you. I'm actually really excited because I found both, and these are from 2006. You'll notice right here, and we have both Hulk versus the leader and the variant. You know, we can open this up. Like, the plastic's already starting to fade kind of yellowish because it's so old. But look at that. These are the Toy Biz ones. And look how those extra joints in the hand. That Hulk looks beautiful. And you know what? We can open this if you want me to. Upcoming. You let me know in the comments. And here is what the other one looks like. And this one, the package is yellowed even more. Look at that brain head right there. So, very subtle difference. Otherwise, it looks like the body's pretty much the same and the head's what's different, right? And same thing with this Hulk. But let's finish up with this set, and that way we can also see this Abomination that I've been dying to build. So, leader, not a whole lot for you to do as far as posing. So, we're gonna have him. Oh, I was hopeful that I could get his hand on his chin, so I could be like, I'm thinking. I'd be like, There we go. So I can have him laughing maniacally. Not satisfied. Let's see what else I can do. Okay, well, something very simple. There we go. Have him, contemplating. The slick back hair. And the veiny forehead. Alright, great. Let's go ahead and set him right on over here. Gonna be contemplating. And there was everyone. Except our Build-A-Figure pieces. Doesn't that look absolutely outstanding? Look at that. You guys have voted for this one twice. And here we are, finally getting it out. And you know, I did buy these weeks and weeks ago, and first day they dropped, and I just haven't been able to get to it. So, what do you say we move on to our Abomination? I certainly think so. So the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's get our Abomination out here. Let's put everything ready to go. Look at that. Perfect. There we go. How's that? Perfect. So let's start building. And I think, you know what? I think we can just pop this on right here. But look how cool the inner workings of a Marvel Legend look. Look at that. The butterfly joint. It moves on these two parts, so it's pretty complex in here. Look at this. Okay, very cool. Let's pop this right. Oops, almost put it on upside down. Just line that up. There we go. And these, as I mentioned, are soft. Interesting. Okay. Let's put his head on. Look at that. Look how interesting it looks from that angle. There we go. Perfect. Wow, look at that. Let's pop this shoulder right into place. There we go. And you're gonna put it in there and then twist. There we go. It didn't click, but normally they do. Man, look how huge it looks. Okay, let's get the leg on and twist. There we go. Let's get this leg on and twist. And man, let me tell you, is he ever heavy? And of course, extremely tall. Look at that. So there's absolutely amazing articulation for the head. Look at that. Pivots like that, and then the neck actually moves. Neck actually moves a little bit up and down, and it can turn. So it moves really well. Look at that. Of course, these are all soft spikes. Same thing with the teeth right here. I thought I broke it earlier. Okay, so let's see. We can actually rotate these really smooth. His shoulders all the way around. And we have this butterfly joint. Look at that. Which is awesome because he can really flex. He moves at the rib cage as far as his ab crunch and his tilting. He does move at he should move at the waist. But he's not. So I can probably force that in a little bit, but I definitely don't want to break that. So I'm not gonna really force that right now. He's still wearing a belt, looks like it just barely popped off. There's one of those click belts. Interesting, that goes into each other. He's got really good hip joints. Look at that. Turns the high part of the thigh. We got double joints right here at the knee, which it actually comes in pretty well. And it's pretty heavy duty, so I'm really liking that. We don't have a joint right here at the shin, so I'm happy about that. And we move really smooth, but maybe too smooth. Oh, you know what? I got ahead of myself. We don't have it at the high part of the shin, we have the low part. But the foot might move a little more than I want it to. Look at that footprint. But I'm sure he'll still stand. The reason why I'm concerned is because he's so big and bulky. I forgot to mention right here, he moves in the high part of the bicep. Interestingly enough, look, you can move this without moving the bottom part. So it's just on top. Goes right here. The elbow comes into about a 90-degree angle. The wrists do go back and forth. Look at that. Look at those claws. It'd be nice if the claws, maybe these big razor claws were a different color, like maybe like this. But I guess we can always paint that. And yeah. Look at that. You can have him kind of being real scary and menacing. There we are. Look at that. How's that? I think that looks absolutely gorgeous. Incredible. Look at that. Let's get a closer look. Unbelievable. Look how gorgeous this action figure looks. The sculpt looks great, and the only thing I would want different is the nails to be slightly different color, and maybe a little bit of washing like there is right here with the dark color on the legs, because none of that on the legs, so that's probably just what's missing. But anyway, otherwise absolutely outstanding action figure. Look at this beautiful sculpt. They did such an amazing job. So I put him right here. He's like all in the leader's way. But otherwise, all these action figures look phenomenal. So guys, I want to thank you for hanging out with us here today. So this is a reminder, if you've not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you get notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where in the world you're watching from. And yep, until next time. So go and hit up our YouTube channel page so you can see more amazing videos like this one. So for now, guys, I'm gonna say peace out. Thanks again for watching Vince and Gigi Super Channel G. Peace.